What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to an all-new Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 with our Soviet Union World Conquest. We are now on the 1st of June, 1947, and I believe within the last episode, our naval invasion of Japan actually went along very well, and so our number one priority is to take the province of Hiroshima, and if we could somehow do that, we're going to have supplies, and then of course once we get supplies, there is nothing Japan can do to mount an offensive. Looking over at Bermuda, our naval invasion is prepped and ready to go, and of course if I leave Bermuda, we are basically exposed, so I cannot have that. If the Allies somehow take our floating fortress, we would not be in a good position. Now, looking at our other 12 units that are going to take the island of the Azores, it says we lack naval superiority in the Iberian coast, which should be fixed any moment now. Yep, there we go. So our 12 ships are about to basically push on through. Alright, it's now the 2nd of June. I am still pushing with Gorbachev's units here. And their goal is still obviously to push on through as far as they can, conquer whatever we can, and of course we still have our tank divisions. Oh my goodness, they are taking over anything and everything. Pushing through the UK, eventually we're going to take South Africa. We're going to take all of Africa, that's the priority. And I'm just wondering, we don't really need any actual infantry units anymore, and this is probably a horrible thing to do. I am going to remove the infantry equipment altogether and focus primarily on modern tank production. Now we're going to gain a bunch of factories, but we're lacking chromium, so we can't really build those. And I don't even know if we necessarily need any more carriers. I get that we're building some. How many modern tanks do we have? We are lacking 16, supposedly. And now we have 74. So I think we're getting about 74 a day. We need a lot of mechanized. We're building about 46 a day, so we're 6 days behind schedule. But all I need to do is spawn up a bunch of units for cavalry. And their goal is to go ahead and protect our assets abroad and just ensure that we don't have any type of rebellions or, damaged factories or something like that. Now, it says we need 126 and we have 142, so let's keep pushing down into Africa and Djibouti and Somalia. Alright, I think we are going to be good to go for now. And I believe we have the Baliers. I still have all 494 troops. It says we only need 338, so I'm still going to protect the coastline however I can. Once again, just like this. And if we could get better military police, we might not even need to go ahead and, worry about these many troops. And actually, let's look at that. Let's improve our military police all the way to rank 3. We're going to get another 10% of suppression. And of course, we now are about to unlock our rank 3 mechanized, which are going to be very, very powerful, giving a lot more infantry hard attack and soft attack. Now, is there anything else we can unlock? I guess we could get night vision. We don't really need it. But yeah. Now we're going to have to actually switch over all of these. Look how many units we are producing. That is absolutely ridiculous. Let's go ahead and produce more mechanized, mechanized, mechanized. We aren't really lacking any oil. Oh, we're going to lack oil in a moment. These take double the oil than we're used to. So we're going to run out. So that means we're going to need more synthetic refineries. Oh, and we're going to no production at all. That was not what I was hoping for. Mechanized, mechanized, and in fact, while we're waiting, I see that, well, I guess we might as well just switch them all over. Can I do anything like produce less naval vessels? I would save steel, I would save chromium, but all I need now is oil. So I guess my next priority is to build up synthetic refineries once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we are going to put all of those on the very top of the list. And we've got, don't get me wrong, we're producing some mechanized. It's just not as many as I would like. So all of those are going to be pushed to the very top of the list. And each of these are probably going to produce around 10 oil and about 6 rubber because of our, extra resource efficiency. Alright, did we ever take Hiroshima? Yes, we did. So now your entire goal... Who are you? Georgy Zakharov. He was the man we were role-playing with from the very beginning. Let's go ahead and try to take all of Japan. I don't think we're really going to have much of an issue. If I go something like that. And then we are aggressively executing our plans. So yes, I see that we're going to run out of manpower soon enough. We are no longer producing infantry equipment. I'm wondering if we even need to produce anti-tank. Probably not. So let's destroy those and remove those from, production altogether, unless we already did. Which I guess we already did. Are we producing any anti-tank? No. So we're losing 120 a day, which I don't mind. Due to all of the fighting. Our support equipment is through the roof. Our motorized is through the roof. Sadly, all we really need... Well, we're losing a lot of infantry equipment as well. I'm wondering if this is really a good idea to produce 0. Which it's probably not. But we have so much extra that we'll worry about it later. Okay, Japan is falling. Did I ever take the island of the Azores? That's my question. And it looks like we're doing our invasion. But they are so well defended that it might not go well unless we have a nuclear bomb. Can I go ahead and pull up my group and leave around 4 tanks? I wonder how to do that. What if I go like this? And now all 8 of these units are the only ones moving in. Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and activate. We don't have naval superiority in the region. Why is that a thing? Do we have any boats here? No. Do we have any boats anywhere? Probably in Ostland. It looks like we're being attacked. I'm going to take all 14 of these ships. And your new goal is to make your way over to the Sargasso Sea. You're going to be into Bermuda. What we need to do is go to the Florida coast, the Caribbean Sea, and the eastern seaboard. So you'll arrive in time. Let's go ahead and activate you. So you'll head on over once you arrive. Looks like we are fighting off some convoys. I don't know if we're going to be able to take the Azores, which is kind of sad. You'd think we'd be able to take a small island with modern tanks. But once we go ahead and take the Bahamas, I'm going to make a second floating fortress and really throw in a lot more strategic bombers. In fact, I might even throw in some actual air support. So then we can shoot down planes, and we're a lot closer to the East Coast. So that'll be nice, supposedly. I see our 8 tanks are moving on in, which is great news. And speaking of tanks, are we producing... We're about to get another 24, which I would really like to pump out. We are tanking out some light cruisers, or a light cruiser. About to land on the Bahamas. We have taken the island of the Bahamas, so that is awesome. Let's actually take 2 of these units, and we're going to now take Freeport. Go ahead and activate when you are ready to go. We need a level 10. Ooh. We can't build on this island yet, and I'm guessing because the actual capital is Nassau. So in a couple days, we're going to try again, take the island of Freeport, and if we could build up a naval base and, an air base, we would definitely be able to bombard most of the East Coast. Alright, our invasion of the Azores is not going to be successful, so let's cancel this. And our invasion of Japan has slowed down substantially. What if I just push you forward? I think the issue is, well, I don't know. We can't cross through this channel. Why is this so slow? Do we not have... we don't have infrastructure. But we're moving to the best of our ability. Let's see if we can find Shigoku. I don't even know anymore. Can I throw on some fighters into Japan? I should be able to. Let's throw on some actual MiGs. I have 13,000, so let's put on 600. And the idea is you're going to go ahead and do air superiority. And of course, your idea now is to build up the air base inside Shigoku. Now it says we are building a, I'm building radar. That is not the correct area. So I'm going to be building up my air base. I'm guessing the air base is damaged as well, which it is. Our synthetic refineries are almost done. We're going to get all of that delicious oil that we've been needing. Are the fighters doing any damage? They haven't even arrived. We are basically taking out a bunch of enemy units. Mainly close air support, I believe. And we are lacking some supply. I think this is one of the main reasons. The air base is overcrowded, and now insufficient supply is the only issue. I wish we could go ahead and take these 4 units and move them over here, and in fact I will. And I'll probably go ahead and take 11 of these units and put them on this side as well. So let's go ahead and activate. It says we're still out of supply, which I'm hoping is not really all that accurate. We are repairing what we can. I might even go ahead and put on some tactical bombers. Let's do that. Do I have any close air support? I should. Let's put on 400. And if you guys get shot down, I am perfectly fine with that. Are we still building up the airbase? Yes, we are. We might even build it up just a tad bit more. Alright, did we take the island of Freeport inside the Bahamas? And it's gonna be really awkward if it's not called Freeport, because I'm pretty sure it is. How do I make sure? I'm pretty sure this island is called Freeport, and I see a tank there, so we've obviously taken it. Let's do an additional naval invasion from here to, I'm guessing this is Nassau. And can we build up our airbase? Yes, we can. We're getting a level 10. And we're going to be getting a level 6 radar station. Let's build our infrastructure up. Let's go ahead and build our airbase up. And because we can, let's get a rocket site, which I guess we can't. We are going to want a level 10 naval base. Let's get a coastal fort. Level 3 and level 3 are going to be fine. Do we have any coastal forts? Yes, we do. Bermuda is a massive coastal fort. I see that we have a research slot available. Most of our synthetic oil has finally finished up. We could get better engineering companies, which I guess are better against urban town centers. So let's do that. We're going to get a nice bonus. But I'm looking at Japan. Now that we have an air force, we are definitely making some progress. We are not really making progress on the repair speed, so let's go ahead and fix that. Go ahead and put a national focus on construction repair. And it says, yep, we've now taken, I believe, the capital, which is Kansai. And eventually we'll take Osaka. Alright, I see our military police are being... Uh-oh. What is happening? We're having a little bit of a problem with the United Kingdom. Can I go ahead and take all of these units? All 24 of these troops. And what you're going to do, we still have a naval port. So we're going to create a brand new front line. Right here. And we're going to make an offensive line and reconquer London. They just basically took that right from under our noses. And don't get me wrong, I saw they reconquered London at the beginning of the episode. But I didn't think they would really be able to conquer everything. So let's go ahead and take these 12. Sadly, I am going to remove this altogether. And your new primary goal is to join up... Well, let's go ahead and... How are we going to do this? Let's go ahead and make these units go together. And this could be an absolute disaster, but we're going to garrison both of these areas with just modern tanks. And some of them should stay, some should not. So our new primary goal is we're going to have a staging ground for both of these areas, and in fact probably just the Bahamas. And then we're going to do a naval invasion of Florida, and it should go well. Should go very well. But our number one priority is to obviously take over Japan first. And in fact, can I do something like this and cross the channel? They have so many troops, I don't even know if it's possible. But you'd think they'd run out of supply. Can I throw on any extra close air support? I think I can. I'm going to throw on another 400 just to be safe. Japan has capitulated. Let's go. Oh, and I guess all of the Axis has capitulated. So I am going to go ahead and pass my very first turn. And I'm going to pass my second turn as well. But my number one priority... Oh, I see Poland is still there. That's stupid. Let's go ahead and take over all of Germany's territory. And all of this better still be under my control. But at least we might not need any type of... what's the word I'm looking for? Military police in the region. And because it'll actually be mine, there won't be as many issues. Alright, we could still take all of this territory, which is awesome. All of Germany is mine, Czechoslovakia. Now let's start working on the Balearic Isles. Tunisia, Sicily, all of Italy. And we could still take it. Taking all of southern France. Which is awesome. And I guess we're going to take Tunisia. We haven't really conquered Gibraltar yet. Okay, so far so good. I would absolutely like to take Syria. I would absolutely like to take Rhodes. Alright. Africa is now mine. We could still keep conquering, which is the best part. Alright, I'm looking around the map. I might as well take Manchuria right now, because that's going to be one of my biggest, war goals. Take Manchuria, take Korea. I would like to take South Sakhalin. And we'll take Japan, because they have capitulated. Can I take Iwo Jima? Yes, I can. I am absolutely going to be focusing on naval superiority. We can't take all of it just yet. Let's go ahead and end our turn. So this is now the Soviet Union, and we're not even done conquering. I see that nobody else wants to really take anything, so let's pass, pass, pass. Just get up our points. And I guess all that's left, we are going to take all states in China. We can end the turn. We are now going to go to Nationalist Spain, take all states, which I'm guessing are just like some islands. Maybe down here as well. Let's take all states, end our turn. Reorganized Nationalist China, now about to take all states. Yunnan Free Empire, don't know where that is, I guess it's just right there. Take all states. And Zaibei, take all states. And finally the last one. And we are now done with our loading screen. The Treaty of Tokyo. Reconcile Japan has been bypassed. Surprisingly enough, I guess the Allies now have the ability to take Japan, which does not make any sense to me. So once again, we are now going to conquer all of Japan to the best of our ability. I would like to also make a front line here. And you guys are going to aggressively execute whatever way possible. And now that Japan is mine, we have a bunch of free military factories. In fact, we have about 100. We have extra chromium, so let's throw that around. We have... Nope, now we're out. So let's go ahead and start pumping out some better mechanized. and better mechanized. And just to be safe, I might even produce, I think, one really small unit of infantry equipment. And that's only because we're losing so many infantry equipment now that I just want to play it safe. Wow, I still have more factories, so more mechanized. Running out of oil altogether. And I guess more mechanized. We're still building up synthetic refineries. We're still building up a lot of other things. And now that I own all of these islands, I should probably go ahead. I thought I owned Iwo Jima. It's owned by the U.S. But eventually, I guess maybe I do own it, and they conquered it because we're in a war. But I would really like to go ahead and start building up some radar stations. But I think the next thing that's going to go is going to be the United States itself. Look at all of these convoy raids. And we are not really winning most of them. These are naval battles. Where's the convoy rating? Don't even see it. There it is. 71 reports, all going away. We have now landed on Great Britain, so they're going to get pushed out. Still building a lot of modern tanks. In fact, we have a massive surplus. Not really a massive surplus of mechanized, though. You would think we would. Let's go ahead and pump out our modern tanks. Let's go ahead and throw them on an naval invasion inside the Bahamas to South Florida. Let's send you on over. Your goal is to be on Georgy Zhukov's, Field Marshal Georgy Zhukov's. And I get that you are going to take about 84 days to deploy, and all we really need to do is take a port and hold our position, and then we're never going to lose that area again. Because, you know, we're going to have so many modern tanks, there's nothing they can do. Let's get a signal company for now, and let's go ahead and unlock... Marines would be nice. Better military police would probably be nice as well. But yeah, the United States is not really going to exist in a few moments. Sadly, I do want to obviously reconquer, you know, Great Britain. And I think I might even start working on building up nuclear weapons. Because all these little islands are going to be a real hassle to take. I see that we never finished taking these areas. And in fact, I'm going to take half of these units and switch them on over to coastal defensive troops. Did I do that right? All of these units need to be coastal defense. I see that they say Russian defense. Are we going to gain manpower back, or... I don't know. It says Russian defense when they should... maybe that's because that's what they used to be. So now all 51 of these troops are now going to make their way on over to clear out Africa. Where are all of our orange tanks? Still conquering Africa. And we've got a bunch of free military factories. We're out of oil, so I don't know what we're going to build. We could... yeah, we're still out of oil. Are we building refineries? Kind of, sort of, no. We're building like 5. Let's get a few more. Inside Turkey, because this is technically Soviet territory. And it's going to be nice to finally not have to deal with the US anymore. Now that we've conquered mostly anything and everything, all of our modern tanks need to be put on aggressively execute. And I guess this leader should almost be level 3. They have a lot of troops here. I'm wondering if we should put on more. Are we out? Do we need more modern tanks? Could we add more modern tanks? Yes, we could. These all need to be mechanized. And we are going to add on some modern tanks. I just want to make sure these are all modern. None of them are heavies. Armored battalions, modern tank, modern tank, modern tank, and modern tank. In fact, I think what we're going to do is just go like this. I absolutely understand we don't have enough, but that is exactly what I'm going to do. There is no way we lack 52,000 modern tanks. 434 days of shortage. But I'm fine with that. Okay, the Soviet Union has been conquered, so your new goal is to basically garrison yourself over here. Well, I wonder, could we do an assault? Yeah, I could probably do an assault through the Pacific, but I don't want to do that. So what you're going to do is basically go ahead and garrison yourself up inside South Korea. And in fact, yeah, I want you to go to South Korea first, and then I'm going to basically move everybody at once. And what you're going to do is you're going to literally drive from South Korea to Portugal, and then go to the Bahamas. Now, I'm fairly... excuse me. I'm fairly confident that these 24 units can easily hold their own, but I just want it to be safe. Do I have any extra oil? Yes, I do. So that means we can now produce more modern tanks that we've been lacking ever so much. And it looks like we're not really doing the best here inside Great Britain. And I'm wondering if that's because we don't have any tactical bombers. I'm going to leave these MiGs where they are. I see that we missed a spot in the UK. Let's go ahead and remove all of our coastal, our close air support. And I'm going to put as many as I can inside Great Britain. So I see that I could add 800. So let's do that. And this is only inside southern England. Let's go ahead and add 1,200. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1,000, assuming that I can. So those are my close air support units. You are going to go into northern England, assuming that you can reach it. In fact, I wonder if we own this airfield. And in this airfield, we are going to be putting on some MiGs, seeing as we have quite an abundance. Might as well throw those around like candy. Here they are. We have 15,000. Let's go ahead and throw in 600. And you can go to Northern England. Let's go ahead and throw in another 600. Into Southern England. And I don't think it's going to be a problem anymore. So it is going to take a few days, and I'm fine with that. I wonder if we can actually see when you'll arrive. It says the 5th of November, so 2 more days. And eventually you're going to see all of this turn green, more than likely. A wild ace appears. There it is. Doing a bunch of damage all around England. And you're going to see all of these are now going to tick into our favor. Eventually, yep, green and green. I would like to take London. Let's do that. It says most of these are lacking equipment. Is that true? We are lacking 59,000 modern tanks. That cannot be true. But it is. And these units are getting destroyed because of it. I hope I didn't just crush our dreams. Do I have any extra units? I should have an entire yellow division. So let's go ahead and activate these guys, which I guess we haven't. And your new goal is to assist inside England. Once we take all of these out. Okay, you have done very well. So you're now going to create a front line in England. And you'll eventually arrive in time. Where are all of my units in South Korea? Yes, they are. So your new goal is to basically create a garrison inside Portugal, but I don't want you guys to go through. Let me redo this. I don't want these guys to take any type of boat. So what I'm going to do is click my entire army, right-click here, which they should all run, and then I'm going to shift-click across Siberia. There we go. This is exactly what I want to have happen. And then on down to Lisbon. And all 12 of these can eventually make their way over to the Bahamas. And I guess I'm going to end this episode. So thank you all for joining me. Hope you'll have an awesome day. I will see you in our next adventure.